Okay, guys. So hopefully this is where you are. Back at version 117. I found out that it's not as bad as all that's a change. But yeah, so you've got all your plots here. However many, I've got that many at the moment. Because I didn't really plot because I didn't want to plot twice and I didn't want to damage my drive. No one's that sure. I think it's worse actually. I did burn a drive out, but it wasn't through Chia. It was running it in one of these cards. Probably can't even find it now. Yeah, I found out if you run it in an old board, which I used to do before I built my Chia machine, if you run it slow, apparently it gets hotter. I got away with it. I got Amazon gave me a new one because it was only 6 months old. But I don't know if it was because it ran slower. I mean, it should be all right, but someone did say if it's running slower, because the old board bottlenecks it, then it runs hotter. That can burn them out. That can be worse than using them a lot on chip. But anyway, I've got to stop giving so many tips away. I'm trying to keep this concise and short because they get so long. But yeah, but this is what was happening. I found out as soon as I finished the last video. You've got to stick with your version 1.17 if you're with Chia. I mean, a lot of people would be proficient, so they probably won't really like the videos being long and slow and going through every step, which a beginner needs. It's very difficult to know who to tailor the video for. But this is where we are. We're all happy doing our core pool or wherever. We've got, our plots here and we understand point system. We're not that happy, but because Chia's not that valuable, a lot of it is not that much point. I've got more interest in Ergo, actually, the GPU currency, than Chia. So I think a lot of people hate Chia now, I saw another article. But anyway, I don't know whether we can revive it or we're ultimately going to lose to the net space. I don't know. But the big news is, well, this doesn't work. But this came out today. I saw some other videos, and you can install this. Now I'll actually show you the install. So I've already navigated for the beginners. You zip down. That's the link you want. I might try and put that in the description for you if I remember. Pin it in the comments. So yeah, that downloads that. Put it in the downloads. But yeah, just one last thing. Yeah, if you go on that version, it won't work with Corporal, the farmer. It will stop farming, and it's because the Corporal isn't configured, or the devs haven't configured it for this version, and I learnt they haven't, because this is only out today. They haven't done it for this version. But yeah, if you click on this, this is the little green bit I wanted to show you. Yeah. So you haven't really got a choice about installing it. So you can't install two versions at the same time, which is a bit annoying. I mean, obviously an expert probably could do it, but as a layman programmer, you don't get a choice to install it. That has just gone over the top of the old version, and there's not a lot you can do. you can't, and if you try and run the other version, then it will just go over the top of this version. So running two versions at the same time to run corporal is probably not so easy. Because I tried with corporal yesterday, and on a separate machine, but I didn't have the software installed. So unfortunately, so that keeps turning itself on and off at the moment. I don't know if you can show you that. But yeah, but anyway, you need a token. When you install this software new, you need a token. On the farmer, it's on the farmer software. Don't worry about it. It's not coming up at the moment. But yeah, you need a token. So if you try and do that corporal on a separate machine with the old version, then you can't do that either because of the token. So yeah, that's a bit of annoyance. But yeah, so we've got this, now we've got the new version synced and connected with our pools. I did manage to do it wrong actually. Well, I'm saying it's definitely me because if you look at, I don't know if it's other people watched it. I plotted 6, yeah. Well, I plotted 1 first, which worked. And I now noticed that you got a pool contract, and this has worked here. Whereas here, I don't know whether I forgot, whether I just went, I tried to plot fast or something. I did all that, did all the usual bits, and I left that blank. I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't know if it's a bug, but make sure you put that in. But it's still not as free. So I plotted another 6 plots to the American pool, and that all worked. And that's when I noticed that, yeah, you've got to be careful because it plotted like it plotted the key, which is like the older version. But it's not as free, I'm glad it happened in a way because it highlights the fact that you are plotting, your plots seem tied to, this pool. They've got a key which ties it to this American. Then I think I don't know if we've all got different names like helium. They're a bit like helium, aren't they? But yeah, that seems tied to that, and it's like, well, those plots, I don't think you can change things to self-farm. Or you could delete that, I suppose. Maybe that's how you delete them. You just delete that and change that to delete the pools. But I thought the whole point was like, you can be with this pool, and it was half an hour. I don't know what video it was. It said 30 minutes cool off period. I don't know if it's Serpent or Coin Breakthrough, Son of a Tech, could have been anyone. You have 30 minutes, and then you can go and join another pool and see that, because that freedom of movement is how that you get quality from the pools. Because if you've got one pool running a monopoly, there's not really, the law can't really do anything. I think it's like a lottery ticket. There's not many, I don't think a watchdog is like employment. No one's going to come into your place of work and say, oh, your boss is giving you too much work. That's not fair. for that amount of money you get too much work. It's the same with a pool. If the pool's got ways of making more money for themselves, they're tempted to do that at the expense of the worker. If you say you're a worker, you haven't got many rights in a pool the same. The only thing that makes a pool good is everyone goes to it. Whatever pays the most, whatever pool pays the most, people will go there. You can't move pools so easy. If you're tied to one pool, then they're gonna like, well, we've got this worker here, he's gonna be here forever, we don't have to treat him so good. We might because when one person wins, and to some extent, you've got too many staff. If you're a boss, and it can be like, oh, we have technical difficulties today. It's what HPL do. I mean, I don't like when I get into it, corporal. You never know whether they're using technical difficulties as a way of, making more money for themselves, which, anyone can understand, but making it worse for the worker. But I won't rant on about that. But yeah, it's not really what we'd hope for. I feel like you're tied to plotting for one pool. When you plot, you're stuck with that pool. Whether there's some more programming they'll implement later, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the update. I'm not going to go on too much. So obviously now corporal won't run. I'll just show you that. I think we need to go right back to desktop. This is where you put your token in. That's what I was talking about. That's blank. If you put that on a second machine, you see you're stuck with it blank. And they've closed registration on corporal, so you can't join. So then that's the problem. The thing is, I'm on my plotting machine. Just do a quick. The green panda, that's my plotting machine. That's got my fast drive in it. And that's my other machine. I've got them backwards so I can plug them easy. And this one, I don't want to burn out the drive in that. I don't want to plot so much on that one. So I could have this one. I could plot the new pools on that one, and then farm the rest on corporal on this one. But the thing is, I'm still not sure if it's final. See, this will stop, you see, on corporal. And it's not as bad as I thought. If you just, if we want to go back, it's today we downloaded a new one. If you scroll back a bit, you just double click on that. And it's not as bad. I mean, I did risk doing it, but it might give you something, confidence in the video that you don't have to go back to square one with the syncing. Because when you're changing the version, it still remembers your sync point. And it logs in automatically. What's that all about? 3, 2, I've never seen that before. Very strange. But yeah, hopefully now we're back farming, and if we go back to desktop, we can probably boot corporal okay. So that's not that bad for getting back to corporal. So it's up to you guys. That'll stay connected now. No problem. But yeah, so it's up to you what version you stay on. It's not too bad swapping back to old versions. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully Corporal will support the new version quickly. Then I won't have to worry about having two machines and all that. I'll just do everything on one machine, play games on my other machine, or I mine a bit of do a bit of nice hash as well. But that's it. Thumbs up, guys. Hopefully you can watch this video 5-10 minutes, skip through whatever you don't like, and decide what you're going to do. And don't waste your time like I've been wasting my time. I mean, that's the point of video. I get 1, 2, 3, well, I don't know. I get $1 or $2 at the moment for hopefully saving you guys some time. Okay, but search is pretty difficult. There's so many videos, it's unlikely that people find my video, to be honest. Anyway, thumbs up, guys. See you later.